Hey friends, welcome back to Rita Talks. I'm Rita, and on this YouTube channel, I just share some of the thoughts, ideas that I've been thinking about, some of the things that have been going on in my life. In today's video, I want to talk about basically the power of keeping promises to myself, and this has to do with basically some of the few things that I've been struggling with lately. Like I've been struggling a lot with following through with things, especially when it comes to work. And basically, I think like I've not been feeling that well because of that. It's genuinely one of the worst feelings ever to feel like you're not doing the things that you said that you're gonna do. And so basically, I've been trying to overcome, like, I've been thinking about this for a little while now. I think I've talked about it on this channel also recently, like trying to overcome procrastination and things like this. So actually, today is a day on which I won my battle against this. So basically, right now it's 6 a.m., just turned 6 a.m. And I'm still up because I wanted to keep a promise to myself that I was gonna work on the things that I said I was gonna work on. So basically, I just kept the promise to myself that I needed to complete this one document. So basically, yesterday, like while I was trying to figure out, basically, by the way, as a follow-up from yesterday's video, I did wake up in the morning to work on my promo doc. I mean, on the work summary for my promo doc, because my manager is the one that writes the promo doc, but I gave him the work summary so that he can write it. Anyway, basically, I did do that, and then I like hosted this team meeting because I was on call last week, so just hosted the ops call for my team. And yeah, basically, I've been awake for a long time, so since 8 a.m. probably yesterday, so now it's like 6 a.m. Almost 24 hours, but I'm not gonna stay awake for 24 hours. I'm gonna go to sleep right after finishing the filming of this video. But just to get back to my point, I always diverge, but anyway, what I wanted to talk about was, yeah, basically, I tried working on my promo doc, and there was these things at the back of my mind that I was always thinking about. And so basically, like I figured that actually, in order for me to be able to write my work summary, I need to complete a few docs that I have committed to completing before I move on to my next task, which I already partly started. And this next task is crucial actually for my promotion. So I need to deliver on it within 1 month. We are November 28th, and I committed to basically having everything ready by the end of the year. So I'm excited for the challenge, and I definitely believe that I can do it. I just need to basically have my mind clear of any other thing, like any pending tasks. I don't want to have any pending tasks, like any remnants of previous tasks that I have not closed. So writing these documents are remnants of my previous tasks. So I completed one today. Like that was one document that I was pending. I spent actually the whole night on it. And I'm pretty happy with the outcome because it was an investigation that's not that straightforward, and it's a task that I need to pick up again in a few months. But basically, I had done like lots of deep dives to try to understand what like the root cause of the issue, and I was able basically to word it in a way that makes sense. And I'm really happy with like basically taking that knowledge out of my head and just putting it onto a doc, and now I don't have to think about it again. So that was the first doc. Then I have another doc that for which I have sent a review, like a review session for tomorrow afternoon. I mean today afternoon because it's 6 a.m. I might push it back, but I will work on it as if like as if it's still today. I will see how much progress I make. Actually, I've made like basically I think I have the bulk of what I needed to address there. I just need to add the data points and things like this, and then to make it ready for the review. So that's the next step. And once that's done, I will be able to use that knowledge that like that information that I will have provided in that specific doc and reuse it for my work summary, because all of these docs are related to the work that I've done. And basically working on them individually allows me to have my attention in one place. And that way, by having my attention in one place, I'm able to focus on it better. And then I can use that information that I've written down in the specific place with regards to that specific project or task, and then use it in the promo doc because all of the information would have already been available before. So that's one thing. That's one thing that I'm working on. The next thing is, yeah, basically, once that's done, I will have my mind clear to just tackle the next tasks and like give my full attention to it, because I think my attention has been too scattered between all of these tasks that have been open and at the back of my mind. So just like having clarity on next steps, the things that I need to address, etc., is super helpful. And I think I'm making some good progress. So staying up until this time was 100% worth it. And I have to admit that I wouldn't have been able to stay up if it wasn't for my for Imagine Dragons always here to help me get through, like to help me deliver on my commitments to myself. And this time I was listening to their album Origins, which I always listen to usually when I'm studying and I need to get stuff done. And it reminds me of my engineering school days, because this album had come out uh, back when I was in engineering school, and I had used it to study for getting into Georgia Tech and all of that stuff. Like I always had this album in my ears, especially when I used to go to the library and everything. So yeah, super happy that I managed to do this and get this done today. It just freaking brings me lots of peace and joy to have these things out of my mind, so that I can just focus on the next things and like give my full attention to the things that I need to get done. Um, so super grateful that I managed to do this today. And I think something that also helped is that I started reading Ryan Holiday's latest book, which is Discipline is Destiny. So latest book at the time that at the time that I'm filming this. So 28th of November 2023. I think he has another book coming out probably in July 2024. Probably this video will still not be up by July 2024, given my upload schedule that's exponentially slower than my filming schedule. But that's completely okay. By the time that this comes out, probably there will probably be a few more other books by Ryan Holiday, because I think he's aiming to write one book a year or something like this, or like publish one book a year. So yeah, that's the one. So it really did help, because I really needed that push on discipline. And also I started my streak, I started the momentum for today yesterday when I finished two of the books that I had started. So one of them was The One Thing, and the other one was So Good They Can't Ignore You. And generally, the book So Good They Can't Ignore You is I loved the structure of that book. It's so well structured, and basically it's optimized for basically reinforcing the concepts over and over again in your head. Like if I I've mentioned this before, but if I ever was to write a book, or basically anything that I do, I want to do it in the same structure because it was so amazing. Like basically he would talk about something, a topic, and then he would summarize it at the end of the chapter. And then he would tell about how the topic fit into the big picture. Then he would move on to the next chapter. In the next chapter, he would talk about what he talked about in the first chapter, and then the next chapter, and then how that fits into the big picture. And so on until the last chapter. And then, after the last chapter, he had, I think, he had this section where he talked about how he applied each of those principles that he talked about in all of his chapters to his personal life, which he had not talked about, which how he had applied them to his personal case. And that also, basically, he went through them from chapter 1 all the way to the last chapter. And that also reinforced the concepts even more. Not only that, he, after that section, he had another section where he put all of the stories and anecdotes from the people that he mentioned in every chapter. And basically, it served as another type of summary of the whole concept in the book. And honestly, I think I've never had such an amazing experience with a book. It's so well structured, and basically by the time that I finished reading that last part, I felt like I could basically I had a pretty good grasp of what the whole book was talking about, and it was not just something that I read once. I mean, it reinforced the concept over and over again, which meant that I can even talk about it right now without having thought about it that much and without even looking it up. So it's that's my goal. Anything that I do, I think probably if I was gonna resume any YouTube channel, whatever, I would probably want it to be in that structure. Or any teaching that I do, anything that I do, I wanted to have that structure because it's such a helpful structure where you keep looking at the big picture over and over again. You get reminded of what you've talked about before and how it fits into the big picture and how what you just read is logically connected to the first step. You can clearly see the mathematical rigor behind this whole reasoning, because that's how you make mathematical proofs. You start with a concept, you build on top of it, and then when you build on top of it, you need to remind everyone that you just proved this concept so that they can follow with the thread of the mathematical proof. And that's probably my favorite things in mathematics, and it clearly shows how good Cal Newport is probably at this mathematical reasoning, because it's so well structured. It's an amazing book. I mean, the content is really good, but what I loved even more was the structure and you can sense the academic mathematical background behind that, because that kind of structure is you probably only have that notion of structure from having done really extensive mathematical proofs and having tried to understand extensively mathematical concepts and deriving proofs for those. because it always goes back to the base principles. And that's the thing that makes me love mathematics so much, and everything that has to do with maths, machine learning, all of this stuff. It's because you can always go back to the first principles and build back on top of that. And there's so much magic. Like, it's as if, I don't know, it's the, like, it's a feeling when where you see that everything falls into place. It's just probably the most satisfying feeling, and the reason behind my passion for maths and topics and computer science. And that's also like a feeling that I'm trying to replicate in my own documents and in my own communication with people. I'm always like, especially in my teaching, I'm always trying to teach something, bring it back to the big picture, show how it fits within the big picture, and then build on top of that, and then go back again. And that's how people learn. And yeah, just super grateful for that book. I mean, I didn't think that I was going to talk about it for as long as I have, but I definitely recommend you go check it out, because it's like an amazing example of a very well structured book. So yeah, I really do appreciate that. So yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about for today. Thanks a lot for tuning in. You can click here to watch my previous video on this channel, so the one right before this one, and you can click here to watch my latest video on the channel overall. I hope you have a fantastic rest of day, night, whichever time of day it is where you are right now. Bye for now, and I will hopefully, bye for now, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. That's my that's my script. My mind got lost. Anyway, bye bye, and I will see you. I will just stop here. I think my brain has stopped working. I need to go get some rest. So yeah, I guess bye for now, and I will see you in the next one. So that's a good way to close it. Bye bye.